On our frequency tree question here, I've got my equipment. And in my equipment tray, just to remind you, sure, you know what to do. Skim it, underline, reread, and extract. Let's see if I can do it better myself, this one. Let's take my pen out, move it over here. Right, so it's a frequency tree. Looking at it, I can see it inflates the page. Right, a travel agent sold 100 holidays in April, so I'm going to underline 100. Each of these holidays was in the UK or abroad. So 64 of the holidays were in the UK, were sold to families. I nearly went for okay, I hadn't read it properly. The rest were sold to couples. 11 of the 18 holidays abroad sold to couples. Use this information, complete the frequency tree. So let's have a look at it. So 100 here, so that's my 100. So let's just tick that 100 off and get this 99. Right, so that 100 is used. Holidays, UK or abroad, that's further. It says 6, that's further down, so that's over there. It's a bit confusing, but let's look. 64 of 100 holidays were sold to families, so that was 64. The rest were sold to couples. Now, I could do this in my head, but I've got a calculator, and then it says down, so I'm going to do it. Get it out. 100, take 64, gives me 36. Remember, if I'm going too fast, you can stop and pause and go back. So I've used that bit of information. 11 of the 18 holidays abroad were sold to couples. So 11 of the 18 holidays abroad, so in total, the couples had 11. This must add to 18, so 18 take away 11 gives me 7. I've done that really stupidly. I've done it at a calculation. I should have done it on my calculator to work it out. I've written it down. 7. And if you notice, I did that calculation the wrong way round. So that adds up to abroad. So I now can work out this number by on my calculator, doing 36 take away 11. Press the buttons. Gives me 25. Notice I'm using a calculator. I could have done that in my head. I do know 64 take away 7, but I'm going to do it in my calculator again because it's a calculator. Use the exam, so I've got 57. All right. So that I'm feeling quite positive. I think I've got 3 good marks there. Jumping around, one of the holidays sold to the families, so it's sold to the families. It's chosen at random. What is the probability? So, what is the probability that it was not abroad? So, it's sold to the families, so we're out of 64. Not abroad. So, the families were not abroad. 57 out of 64 stayed at home. And that's 2 marks. I'm going to guess it's 1 mark for getting 64 right and 1 for 57 before I come to that. Now, you're at home, so you're going to pick up your purple pen and you're going to just check the mark scheme with me. Right, 64, 36, give yourself a tick, give yourself a tick. 57, 7, give yourself a tick. So I've nailed those 3 marks, really well done. Here, 57 over 64 is the correct answer, so I've nailed that. Any number over 64 or 57 over a number is correct. So I think we've done that quite well, I would hope. Well done.